What's going on, y'all? It's 2KJ. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. We have a very special video today. So for those who are new around here, I have a series where I rebranded all 30 NBA teams. That means new logos, new cities, new jerseys, new stadiums, new all of that for all 30 squads. And then I picked one team to become their GM, which was the Tucson Coyotes. If you guys haven't seen any of these designs, a video is popping up right here. There's also going to be a link in the description. That's a complete walkthrough for all 30 teams. You guys get to see the jerseys, the stadiums, all that fun stuff. Now, since I put out that video, I've been getting a lot of people who've been asking, how can I download all of these designs and have my very own rebranded series? Well, that is exactly what this video is, guys. This is going to be a complete tutorial on how you guys can download all these designs and have your own rebranded NBA. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video, man. Let's say you only want to get one of these designs. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I'm here in a league that I just created right now. Everything is standard. You're going to go to front office, team relocation, and then all the way to 2K share team designs. Now, you're going to click on download team designs and then search by keyword. And what you want to do, guys, is you want to search my username, which is YouTube_2KJ. However, make sure that you put the quotation marks on them. Because for some reason, even if you search my exact username without the quotation marks, it's still going to try to show you guys a bunch of other people's designs. So doing quotation marks for it will do an exact search, and that way you guys can see it. So there you go, YouTube_2KJ. And once you do that, there it is, all 30 of the designs. Now, there are a few things here that I want to point out. First of all, some of these might look like they're not complete. So over here is a good example, guys, with the San Jose Lasers. You can see that first jersey is just solid black with only the number 12 on it. There's actually a whole design there. It's kind of like an off the grid type of thing with a coding pattern. Yeah, don't feel discouraged from downloading these. You can see this one is supposed to say Blizzard across the chest. This one is supposed to say Vancouver across the chest. Yeah, for some reason, just the preview boxes, 2K doesn't always show everything, but trust me, it is all there. Except for this one right here, the Providence Steamrollers. That second jersey is blue. So ignore this one and go over here to, where is it? Let's see, there it is. This one has both the home and away jersey. So make sure you use that one instead of the other one. But yeah, man, these are all 30 teams. The only one that actually does have a real flaw in it is the Tampa Bay Titans. And I'm going to go ahead and just show you that, because either way, I'm showing you guys how to download one of them. You're going to find whichever team you want. Let's say it is the Titans. You click on it here and you go to download design. Now everything is downloading here, and there we go. We're now the Tampa Bay Titans. But unfortunately, with this team specifically, 2K has a thing where you actually can't upload anything that is inappropriate. And for some reason, it decided that the first three letters of Titans is inappropriate. So what I actually had to do is change it up here. If you go to team identity, you can see that I had to just put name. So whenever you do download this design, make sure you go over here and make this change, make it say Titans, because again, 2K decided that it's a little inappropriate, the first three letters of it. It is what it is, but you got to go over there for that. And then also you have to go over to the court. As you can see, we're going to go design floor, and there it says name as well. So go over here and make this change, and that should be everything that you will need. Again, this is the only one that has an actual design flaw, just because 2K wouldn't let me upload it with that current name. So I had to go and scratch that from it. If all you're looking to do is download one of these designs, then that is how you do it. However, if you guys want to actually have all 30 designs and make your own rebranded league, then that's going to take a little bit more work. So let's go ahead and jump into that. All right, guys, so I'm just going to show you how to do this from scratch as we create an entirely new league here. Now, once this pops up, you're going to have multiple eras to choose from. Just for the sake of keeping it consistent, we're going to go with the modern era. Once this is done loading, there's going to be a bunch of customization options. You can do a bunch of stuff with your league, obviously do whatever you want, but my main suggestion is that you turn on the fantasy draft. And the reason for that is just that this is a rebranded league, man. It makes sense to shuffle all the players around and have it completely different from the real NBA. Again, just a suggestion, but once you are done messing around with all this, you're going to go ahead and advance to the next page. You'll have all these choices here if you want to go the official roster, a user created one, or injury free. I just do injury free just because I think injuries are no fun. It's better to just have everybody healthy. But either way, again, do whatever you want with that one. And then now you're here at your customized league page. Now, when I rebranded the whole league, I had to do everything one by one. So I had to click on the Utah Jazz here. I would go to edit team, and then slowly but surely I would have to turn them into, let's say, the Alaska Explorers. So I would relocate them to Alaska here. Then I would change their logo and their colors here. I designed their court here, and then I would design their home and away jersey here. And obviously that takes a lot of time doing that for all 30 teams. I don't want you guys to have to do that, but you are going to have to do a little bit of a workaround because 2K is not a perfect game, man. If this were a perfect game, all you'd have to do is click on the Jazz. There would be that 2K share upload option, and then boom, you could type in my username and download the Alaska Explorers. But unfortunately, as you can see, that is not an option. Now, one thing I tried to do is you can come over here and add an expansion team. However, that is an expansion team. That is the 31st team. So in order to get it back down to 30, you would have to delete, let's say, the Utah Jazz. And the problem with that is that once you delete the Jazz, you actually are deleting all of their players from the roster. So once we go over to the fantasy draft, if you want to draft, let's say, Lauri Markkanen, Mike Conley, Walker Kessler, all those guys, you actually will not be able to find them because you've deleted them from the roster, from the current league that you're making. So unfortunately, that is not an option to just add all these expansion teams and then delete these current teams. Now, what I think is the best way, and probably the only way to actually do this, is to just do the fantasy draft with all current teams. So with the Utah Jazz, the Denver Nuggets, the OKC Thunder, all of that. Then after the draft, you'll take over all 30 teams, and then you'll go one by one downloading the designs, which I'll show you guys how to do that in a second. But I think that's really the only way to get it done here. Now, one thing you do want to keep in mind is making sure that when you do eventually change the Utah Jazz, you don't want to make them, let's say, the Tampa Bay Titans, because that's a Florida team. You don't want them in the Northwest Division in the Western Conference. You still want everything that makes sense geographically. So in order to do that, guys, I actually made a list of all the conversions in the description down below. So make sure to go and check that out. It will show you guys that the Utah Jazz need to be turned into the Alaska Explorers. It'll show you guys that the Los Angeles Lakers need to be turned into the LA Mambas, so on and so forth. And that way, everything still makes sense for you guys geographically, and all the league is in order. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and show you all how to do that here. I know this is a lot of talking, but I hope it is making sense. If you guys do have any questions, make sure to leave some comments down below, and I'll try to help out as much as I can. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and go on to our next page here, where there's a bunch of other customizing options. If you're curious what I do for my league, I do a 29 game season. That way you get to play every team once, and then you can crank out a couple seasons pretty quickly. I do 5-minute quarters. The snake draft is what I do for the order, so that way it reverses. Let's see, none of this really matters too much. I keep all the salary stuff standard. I keep all the restrictions on, all that kind of stuff. But again, obviously you guys can do whatever you want. I do turn off injuries for mine. But anyways, once you're done messing around with that, you'll go over here. Again, you can do whatever you want with these rules. And now you're getting to your team select. So what you want to keep in mind, if you want to play, let's say you've made up your mind that you want to play with the LA Mambas, go to that conversion list in the description down below and see which team is going to be turned into the Mambas. So in this case, it's the LA Lakers. You can click on them and then do your draft however you want. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this real quick. So once you're done with your draft, you're going to go ahead and advance to the next stage here, and you're going to be able to do whatever draft class you want. We're just going to keep it auto because it doesn't really matter right now. But this is where you actually start the process of converting all 30 teams. So you're going to go over here to settings, go to team selection, and you're going to pick all 30 teams. So that way, one by one, you can convert them into the rebranded squads. Now, again, I know this is going to take a little bit of time, and I do apologize, guys. I've been sitting here for a while trying to figure out the best way to do it, and this is really the only way to do it from what I can think of. There is an option where you could do a My NBA share, but unfortunately, when you share that, you're sharing the current scenario in your rebranded series. And in my case, I only have a few games left to the playoffs, as I mentioned. So if you were to download that, your season would start off with only a few games left in the playoffs, which obviously is a little bit messed up because I'm sure you guys would want to start it from the beginning. You probably also want to do a fantasy draft where you can draft your own players, all that kind of stuff. So that didn't work out either. This is really the only way to do it. But yeah, man, we're going over here now. We are in control of the Philadelphia 76ers, And this is where you'd be looking at that list in the description down below, and it'll tell you that the Philadelphia 76ers are supposed to be the Pittsburgh Phantoms. So we go over here to 2K Share Team Designs, go to download Team Designs, and then you're going to type in my username. Again, make sure to use quotation marks for that, YouTube_2KJ. All of them should pop up, including the Pittsburgh Phantoms. There they are. So you're going to preview the design and then go ahead and start that download process. So once you get that done, you got to do that for all 30 squads. It is going to take a little bit of time, not too long. Probably, if I had to guess, about maybe 10-15 minutes, which isn't the worst thing, especially considering how long it took me to actually do it. This thing took me a few weeks, a little bit over a month total of designing all of this. So hopefully you guys do enjoy this here. Now you go over to the Bucks, you would turn them into whatever team they are. I think it's the Kansas City Knights. You go over to team relocation, do all that over and over and over again. You guys probably get the gist at this point, but yeah, man, that is how you can create your own rebranded league with all 30 of my designs. Again, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave some comments down below and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. But yeah, thank you guys so much for following along with this series. If you haven't followed along yet, if you are new to the channel, then I do hope you guys will go and check it out. Just watch a couple episodes, see if it's something that you like. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. This has been 2KJ. Blessings.